Welcome to the Highly Effective Man podcast, hosted by former Navy SEAL turned life and fitness coach. I'm your host, JP Bolwan. This podcast is your resource for unlocking the healthiest, most productive, and highly effective man within you. Let's go. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Highly Effective Man podcast. I'm your host, JP. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about mission planning for weight loss. Okay. And it's a few steps that you can take to really create and have a successful mission. Okay. And the three big areas that I'm going to be talking about is what are the things that need to happen? What are the obstacles that are going to prevent those things from happening? And what strategies or skills do we need to develop to overcome those obstacles? Okay. And the reason why this is kind of came up is I've been reading a lot about some special operations missions that have happened over the last, few decades, and specifically ones that failed and why they failed. And it could have been for, any number of reasons, either communications failure or some things were overlooked in the planning process. And, I couldn't help but think the same thing applies to people when we're talking about weight loss, right? And we don't take the necessary time to think about all the things that could go wrong or that could be an obstacle to us having success in our weight loss. Okay. And, I was just having a conversation with a buddy of mine at the pool the other day, and I was just, talking about, hey, if we took the same amount of time and planning into our goal of weight loss that, we do into mission planning, then you'd be at least 90% more successful than you are right now. Okay. I mean, we can't plan for everything, but if we do plan and we think ahead, we can think about all these little obstacles that could get in the way. Okay. And, in the SEAL teams, it's not like, you were tasked with something and then you just jumped on a plane and you just went and did it. Right. There was many times there was months of planning. There was, practicing, there was, all kinds of plans for contingencies. Like, okay, what do we need to do? Okay. What kind of comms do we need? What's the plan if comms go out? What if our landing zone is no good? Do we have a secondary landing zone? Like all these different things that can happen. And, if this happens, we'll do this. If this happens, we'll do this. Okay. You can take that same kind of planning to the mission of weight loss. Okay. And so the first thing that we need to do is that we need to list out all the things that need to happen for us to hit our goal, right? So what does that look like? Okay, well, that means that I need to eat on protocol. I need to weigh myself every day. I need to have foods ready. I need to have my scale nearby. I need to think about all the different things that I need to do so that I'm successful. Okay. And then part two of that is then looking at all those things that need to happen and think about what are all the obstacles or the things that can get in the way there, right? Like, oh, shoot, well, maybe I didn't make it to the grocery store. What am I going to do? Or what am I going to do when my friends are in town and we're going to go out to eat? Okay. What am I going to do when I'm presented with, a beer in front of me or a glass of wine? What's my answer going to be and what's my plan going to be so that I can overcome that obstacle? Right. And, we have to think about, okay, all the obstacles, right? And so step one is list everything that needs to happen. Step two is list out all the obstacles that can come in the way of step one. All right. And then step three is we take those same obstacles and we come up with the strategies to overcome those obstacles, right? Or if we need to learn a skill, we write down whatever strategy or skill is necessary to overcome that obstacle, right? So, if just like in the SEAL teams, if we had a plan for a loss of communications, what are we going to do if we lose comms? Okay, hand signals or whatever, right? Or we have certain check-ins and different things. So what are we going to do, right? And you can apply that to weight loss as well, right? So what am I going to do when I'm a couple hundred calories short, and then all of a sudden my friends have this big hula pie, which is like, if you guys don't know what hula pie is, it's like this big mountain of ice cream and like a hot fudge on it and all kinds of things. It's a popular dish in the islands for dessert. But anyways, what am I going to do when that shows up? Am I going to take a bite? Yeah, maybe I'll have a bite, but I'm not going to keep taking bites, right? We need to have a plan in place so that we can overcome these obstacles, right? And it's just a matter of thinking ahead, right? And if any of this is resonating with you, or it sounds like something that could be beneficial to you, then what I want to do is I want to invite you to check out my men's group, okay? Because right now I have a men's group going. They're about 4 weeks in. I have another men's group starting in about another 4 weeks. So December 5th, I'll be launching another men's group, and it's all about nutrition, mindset, habits, and weight loss and exercise, right? So the idea is that it's an all-encompassing type of program, and it's 8 weeks long. And it's not unheard of for guys to lose 10 to 20 pounds in those 8 weeks. Okay. So if if that sounds like something that you're interested in, then I want you to check out www.thewarriorbody.com. Once again, that's www.thewarriorbody.com. Okay. So check that out. And then just to recap, when it comes to mission planning for weight loss, we need to look at all the things that we need to do, right? We need to stay on protocol. I need to track my food. I need to weigh myself. I need to make sure I have foods ready so that I can eat. And so like that would be the list of things that need to happen. And then we need to list out all the obstacles that can get in the way of the things that need to happen. All right. And then once we've listed all the obstacles, then all we have to do is think about what are the skills and strategies that I need to overcome those obstacles, right? And just taking the time to plan it out and to think about it can really set yourself up for success, okay? And it also allows you to, feel more confident, to feel better about going out with friends, to feel better about whatever it is, because you're already ready for what could happen. And you can't plan for everything. So let's say something does trip you up. Well, then now you just know that that's an obstacle. That's a future obstacle. And then you can plan, okay, what am I going to do the next time this happens? Right. And that's how we just have to think about it. Right. And so what I encourage you guys to do is, and you can do this with any goal really, but like start applying these steps to your goals and to your weight loss, and really think of it as a mission. Like, this is my mission. This is what I'm trying to do. Okay. Or this is what I'm going to do. Okay. As opposed to like, this is just a goal and this may or may not happen type thing. Right. And so I think, a lot of times we set these goals and it's like, yeah, that'd be nice if it happened, or, that'd be cool. But when we actually take the time to think about all the things that could trip us up and, or even like feelings like, maybe what am I going to do when I don't feel like doing this? Right. Thinking about that ahead, will create results on its own. Okay. And, if you guys, want more stuff or just want to check out the Navy SEAL blueprint for overcoming the odds, you guys can go to thesealblueprint.com. and download it there. Okay. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. As always, don't forget to leave a review on whatever platform you're listening to this. And, let's keep pushing, guys. Keep pushing to be the most effective man that you can be. Keep pushing to be the most effective person you can be. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Let's go. Thank you for listening to the Highly Effective Man podcast. If you enjoyed or learned something on this episode, do me a favor and share this with somebody who you think needs to hear it. And one last thing, if you want to work with me as your coach to help you get fit, be more productive, and in general, just be the most effective version of yourself, head over to my site, higherlevelcoaching.co. Once again, that's higherlevelcoaching.co, and schedule a call with me there. Thank you again. Let's go.